So I want to give a big shout out to Sunshine Lady Annette. That's Annette out in Munich, Germany. She actually came out to the Growth Hacking Conference in Las Vegas this past August. Today I have a wonderful guest for us. By the way, my name is Frank Salas. I go by the name of the talented Mr. Salas, and part of my job to serve the talent tribe is to go and find global gems just like Anna, who are living the laptop lifestyle, who are digital nomads, just really chasing their dreams. Wanted to personally invite you guys to just stop what you're doing, close all your browsers, just like listen, because Anna has a very unique story that could apply to anybody if you just listen and execute the technique she's about to give us. So Anna, tell people a little bit about yourself and what you do right now.
Okay, so I do a lot of things. I have a lot of projects going on. I'm writing a book. I have this website, Great Nomad. I'm doing lifestyle coaching. I just filmed a video course, so I'm launching it. And I also do experience, like design experience, not design experiences, but help to coordinate them. So yeah, a lot of things. I just arrived in London today. So great day, night.
Nice. So what are you doing in London?
I'm just traveling, meeting some friends, because, you know, I think it's very important when you have this lifestyle to build relationships with people. So right now there are a lot of friends who are here, so I just came to meet them.
Awesome. Awesome.
But, yeah.
Cool. Cool. So how long have you been living in this lifestyle? How long have you been location independent?
You know, that's a tough question, because I like to take it slowly. I'm not like the type of traveler who like to go to different country every 2 weeks. I like to stay in a country for 2, 3, 4 years, or like 6 months at least. So, well, I started doing that since I was 18, basically, which is like 7 years.
Awesome. Awesome. Real cool. So you started doing this since you were 18, and how did you start funding your travels? Like, how did the financing of the whole situation work?
Yeah, that's a great question, actually, because, you know, that's what's stopping a lot of people from traveling, saying, oh, I don't have enough money. Well, actually, money is never the problem. You know, I was traveling when I was a student. I was broke all the time when I was during these years at uni. But, you know, when you don't have money, you have creativity, you have resourcefulness, and you can always find a way, especially now when the technology is so advanced. You can use couchsurfing, and you can find ways to make it without that much money.
Great stuff. What is a Great Nomad? Tell me about Great Nomad.
So Great Nomad is about a digital nomad lifestyle and helping people to get inspired and make the transition from an office job to being a digital nomad and traveling more, because I think, you know, recently I spoke to this investor and I was like, hey, do you think that plane tickets are an investment? And he was like, yeah, totally. Traveling is a great investment. So I really believe that, and I really believe people should travel more and be free to do what they love and do what they feel they should be doing, rather than just sit in an office all day.
I hear you. So everything you're saying sounds amazing. It sounds great. Everyone's like, I want that life. I want that lifestyle. But a lot of them are stuck between that want and the how. So there's many ways to figure out the how. What's your way of getting that how figured out?
What's my way of getting the how figured out? Well, you know, I'm the type of person who's like an action taker. So if you see.
Are we still live? Am I going? Did I lose you? Hello, testing, testing. Coconut Wi-Fi coming in. Did we lose me or did we lose Anna? Let me know in the comments or the chats. Anna, okay, cool. So I'm still here. Yeah, so Anna, I believe, is in Bulgaria. What's going on to Matt Crane? Big shout out to Matt Crane. He's sending in some selfies. Make sure you guys send some selfies, show some love. Big shout out to Matt Crane out in Pulaski, Tennessee. He's got an awesome podcast called The Power of Great. He's got awesome people like Alex Kahn, Caleb Maddox on there. Really sharing lots of great messages.
They're planning for.
He's giving us the wink and the gun. Gonna get Anna back on here very shortly. There we go, just send her an invite. Yeah, big shout out to Matt Crane. We'll have to edit this out later. No biggie, no biggie. Hope you guys are doing great. We had an awesome webinar yesterday on virtual assistants. We had an awesome webinar on how to automate your business. It was really good. There we go, bit.ly/power of great. Absolutely love bit.ly link. Hey, Grant Cardone is his guest tomorrow. That is awesome, man. That's awesome. Yo, big shout out to Matt Crane landing the Grant Cardone interview. It's good stuff, man. Real good stuff. And I sent you an invite. Ryan Stewman, the hardcore closer. That's awesome, man. Making waves, making waves. That's my boy, Matt Crane, getting it in. I love that. Love that, Matt. Great stuff. He's on that Frank Salas hustle. I'm trying to get on that Matt Crane hustle, man. I need Grant Cardone on my show, brother. I need Grant Cardone on the show. Can't wait to be back on the stateside with you guys, wrapping up here in the Philippines. I'm doing some filming. It's been real cool. It's been real chill, but I'll be in America for like 5 days. Then I'll be in Cancun for the month of December. So that's going to be really nice. Hey, no worries, no worries. I just sent you an invite. So whenever you're ready, just jump back in.
Sorry, guys, I lost connection. Actually, I'm on a different laptop, so I'm at my friend's place, and I'm using her Wi-Fi, and it's not great, but just back into it. So what was the last part that you heard?
Yeah, so the last one. Yeah, so the last one. Hey, actually, I'm getting a little feedback. If you could turn down your speakers just a little bit.
If I can what?
Like, just turn down your speakers just a little bit. We're getting a little bit of feedback.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, it's a lot better. Absolutely. Cool.
Cool.
Hey, so we're talking about financing your travel, financing your businesses by, like right now someone's in an office and they're like, hey, I can't imagine myself traveling the world, starting businesses. There's just like a really big obstacle. And for them, that obstacle is money. It's a big block of money. Like, I don't have it. And we're just kind of going into what it's like, what money's really like, how you view money, your perspective of that, and how you use it in your life.
Mm-hmm. Well, money is just a number. So you can get started with little steps. And I think what's important is first to know what are your skills and what are your super skills and how you can take these skills to another place, and like how you can work from your laptop with what you have. So really spend the time to identify your skills. And maybe you can start by moving to a country that is cheaper, like for example Bulgaria, or like going to Asia or somewhere where the lifestyle is cheaper, so that you can afford to get by with less money as you are starting. That's how I got started with the whole digital lifestyle. And then slowly you start to build clients and connections, but you have to hustle a lot, and because it's tough, You have to be out there, and you have to always connect with people, and always like find new opportunities. So if you have a 9-to-5 job, you're just doing the work, you're just going there and then you're going back home. But with this lifestyle, you have to do this every day. Every day you have to create your own opportunities. And then money comes, but I think what's also important is to diversify your income. So rather than just having one client and rely on him or her, find different sources. Maybe have a little bit of savings, maybe sell your stuff that you don't need, or maybe do some freelancing projects while you're building your business. So yeah, that's what I'm doing actually.
So freelancing is a word that's thrown around so much, and I feel like a lot of people kind of like they know what it is, but they don't really understand what freelancing is. Can you maybe bring the world into what freelancing looks like for you?
So for me, it's I'm a writer, so I do. I was working on guidebook projects recently, so these are bigger projects where I just basically the people who are doing the projects approached me. So for me, freelancing is writing an article or writing a guidebook and keep finding new opportunities, working with editors. But yeah, that's freelancing. So you don't have your own business, but you don't have a 9-to-5 job. You're kind of in between, and you have more freedom because you can do it from anywhere. But the problem with being a freelancer is that if you have a business, opposed to being a freelancer. So if you're a freelancer, immediately people see you as lower paid. But if you have a business, you can charge professional rates. So I think it's great to be a freelancer, and it's great to get started just to get a feel of it. So it's great transition to building your business.
Yeah, great stuff. And I want to maybe zoom in for everybody in the talent tribe. So what she's doing is she has a skill. Her skill is writing, and you might have the skill like SEO. You might have the skill like WordPress. You might have the skill like you know. It could be writing copy, whatever that could be, whatever skill you have, you could monetize that by going to different websites like Upwork.com or Freelancer and just saying, hey, here's my profile. Or you can find people that are looking to hire those particular jobs, or just throw your resume out there, see who's applying or see who needs what. Reach out to the people in your city, whatever locale you're in, and say, hey, I'm here in town, I'm looking for some contract-based work. And when you position things that way, they're like, okay, this person's, maybe they're a freelancer or maybe they're a consultant. So a lot of people will start off as a freelancer and get really good, and then maybe outsource the work. Like, for me, I do social media consulting, and when I first got started, I did a lot of social media agency work, and that was so painful. I only had a certain, I could only take on so many clients. I had to have a lot of operations on my end, and it just wasn't scalable, and it just wasn't worth the business. It was good business, but it was it was limited, I would say. And then I switched over to consulting, and then people would just kind of pay me for my knowledge, and they would go in and say, okay, I like this, and I'm going to apply that, and I would give them the best practices to apply that, and then they, as business owners, would use their resources to go make that happen, and they would value it more. I'd work less. It was great. So there's many different ways for you to really generate revenue as a freelancer, and I just wanted to, put that out there for everybody listening to this, because they might not fully understand the possibilities, and because there's so many options in the marketplace to serve.
Yeah, exactly. I really second what you say, because there's so many opportunities. Like there's another limiting belief. I don't have a skill that it's not. It can be digital, or I don't have the knowledge. But everybody has a special skill, and you can even film a video course. You can be a consultant, and you can do so much. You can have your own website and do coaching, and so many opportunities. But you just have to think creatively and really want this to happen.
I dig it. I dig it. So you mentioned earlier that you're filming a video course right now. With filming that video course, what are your plans with that? Talk to us about that process.
Oh, actually, the video course is ready. It's uploaded. Everything is ready. I just have to write the descriptions and build a page, and I'm a little bit behind with the schedule with that. But the course is on travel writing and how to find complimentary trips as a travel writer, how to work with editors, and how to earn money. So if there are people who have this skill, writing, then yeah, maybe they can get in touch, and when it's launching, I can show them the course.
That's awesome. So you obviously are, very skilled at writing, and you have this knowledge. This is where you provide value to the marketplace and to people's business. Like if I needed some descriptions made for some products or some services or an about me page, and almost everybody who's going to be in business online needs that, they would come to you and say, hey, you're really good at this, and you can probably make me sound more professional, generate more business. And that's value right there. But you can't meet with all 3 million or billion entrepreneurs in the world, but you can put your knowledge and your best practices onto a digital course or a digital medium, and then say, hey, here is a very affordable and accessible way to learn all of my trade secrets if you just take the actions. And now you can provide more value to more people, make more revenue for your business, and it's a win-win situation for everybody. So I just want to point that out to everybody out in the Talent Tribe. If you guys are really trying to figure out, okay, how are people doing this lifestyle thing? I see more and more people coming out into the marketplace and doing what we're doing right now, and it's not rocket science. It just takes a lot of work, some consistency, and just figuring out how the infrastructure of that works. So if you're somebody, or if you were to meet somebody right now who maybe they make 6 figures and they're in an office, and they have a nice 4,000 square foot home. They've got a maid, they've got 3 cars. Their kids go to the best schools in the neighborhood, and they might even be in a country club. They're just comfortable living a certain lifestyle in a certain country on a certain part of the world. And they're like, I want to go do all this stuff because I don't love, I love what I have, but I don't love working my job. I don't love working at an office. I don't love not being my own boss. I don't love that. What would you tell that person? Because that person has a whole different perception of money, values so much. What would you advise that person?
It's different in every situation, but if you're that kind of person and you really want to change your lifestyle, then I would save some money from that 6-figure job, and then I would use that money to build my own business. Because if you have this knowledge to make 6 figures, then maybe you can make a lot more having your own business. And maybe try little steps. Try and take an extended vacation and travel a little bit and see how you like it. See if this is really for you and if you can take it, because it's a lot of change. It's not that easy. You get distracted a lot. It's hard to do work, but that is very rewarding. And you mentioned the comfort zone, and this is people feel comfortable, but that's not happiness. I think that when you push yourself and push your limits to go out of this comfort and to do something that that seems scary, or you're not certain what's going to happen, but then you just let go and let things happen to you, and then you see it's much more rewarding and you're growing a lot more as a person. So I really recommend maybe taking small steps and figure out if this lifestyle is really for you and if this is really what you want, and yeah, maybe start a business with that knowledge and that skills.
Yeah, that's such a great path to take, and I feel like it's more easily said than done, because there is a lot of mental barriers, and we keep bringing up limiting beliefs, and I think that's the only reason we keep bringing it up is because it's the only thing. There's so many possibilities. That person with a 4,000 square foot home, they could come over to Southeast Asia or maybe Latin America and get the same thing for much lower cost. Or maybe they're in California. Let's even keep it more local. Maybe they're in California, one of the most expensive real estate markets in the world, and they just moved to Texas. And they can sell their home that's really in bad shape for $2 or $3 million realistically. And they could buy 7 or 8 homes, or one fantastic one, way better than the one in California. And that's just locally. You can apply that and multiply that for the globe. Instead of moving from California to Texas, move from California to Bulgaria, to the Philippines, to Thailand, places like that, Indonesia, Bali. Yeah. You would be a gazillionaire. You never have to, all the problems that you're facing now, you'd never have to worry about anything. You would have maids all over the place, drivers, things would be good. You'd be okay. You'd have a beach around. It's a different lifestyle. People don't understand that. What are your thoughts on leveraging a currency?
Yeah, I really support this, because 6 figures in America, I mean, it sounds a lot, but then you have, the more you earn, the more expenses that you have. And if you have a home, you have a more expensive car, you have a lot of bills, and so on and so on. And then it just adds up, and you kind of tied to that job and that place and that mortgage. But yeah, I mean, if you save some money, or sell your stuff and reinvest this into living in another cheaper country and building your own thing, I think that can definitely improve your lifestyle.
Definitely. Okay. So we kind of give people an idea. It's like, hey, let's go to these websites, let's upload ourselves and say, hey, this is what our skills are, or go learn some skills and go from there, or maybe even start saving, start taking some actionable steps. Those are all very, very actionable, but I'm all about the right now. What's next? If somebody's like, you know what, I'm tired of not being location independent, I'm tired of selling my time, I'm tired of maybe my business not being successful, and I see that moving internationally is a viable strategy, or being location independent is a viable strategy. What would be like the first thing or the first steps that you would direct somebody to take that path in their lifestyle?
I would say define your purpose and define your passion, because that's really important. And a lot of people are not happy, and they're doing a job that pays well. They have, on the outside, they have everything: good home, good car, good job status, and all that. But then if they haven't found their purpose and their real passion, they're not happy on the inside, although it looks like they are. So really find what is your purpose. And that doesn't have to be something like major, like you don't have to Mother Teresa or Bill Gates. It can be something small. For example, my life purpose is to inspire people to become location independent and build their own lifestyle. And I do this through writing, and now recently through video or like interviews and so on and so on. So define your purpose first, and then everything else will just start to, and you start to get answers to your questions, and everything will start to get clearer and clearer. And it's not going to be easy, you know, it's a tough game. It's not for everybody. You're going to have breakdowns, and you have to be prepared for this, because, you know, there are a lot of people who tell you, yeah, you can be a millionaire working on your laptop. You can, that's possible, but you got to hustle a lot, and it's tough, and you're not going to get support. What's happening is, like, when you have this lifestyle, everybody, like your family, your friends who have 9-to-5 jobs, they just look at you like you're crazy, and you probably are, but but yeah, it's weird. It's something, but it's getting more and more common. And for example, I don't get a lot of support from my family. They still don't get what I do, but that's okay with me, and I know that. And but many people who don't expect that, they're like, well, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Well, you just have to know what you want.
That you said something that was just one of the biggest keys and challenges for most people. They're like, I want to live this laptop lifestyle, or I want to make money online, and because it's so new and people just don't understand it, people are like you said, you're a scam artist, or you're wrong. There might be some guilt or some shame or whatever that may be. Like, hey, you know, Frank and Anna don't have real jobs. They take selfies for a living or something like that. Like, people might be scared of going down like that path. And you have to realize that this is a lifestyle choice. Like, you decide you wanted to paint your hair color. You know, I decided that I wanted to live in the Philippines. I decided that. I made that lifestyle decision. And you know, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, swear, I genuinely don't care. Just like you genuinely don't care about people, what they feel about your hair color. Like, you'll like appreciate a compliment if someone says something that you don't like. You're like, well, it wasn't for them. So you have to realize this is something you decide to do. So if you decide to go down this path, and if you decide to say something or to go down this journey, just don't worry about it, because this is something you have to decide, and it's not for everybody. And I wanted to bring in my friend Anna, who is living the life right now. She's just walking the walk, talking the talk, and she helps people to get down this path. So if someone's interested in maybe, you know, having a conversation with you or taking those next steps with designing this part of their lifestyle, what does that look like?
So just to go back to the selfies part, then yeah, it's really on the outside, it looks like we're just traveling, you know, all the pictures that we're all posting, they're very misleading, and they look nice, but what happens behind the scenes is a lot of hard work, and sometimes I work like 8-10 hours or even more. But yeah, if you wanna, maybe if you wanna have a conversation with me, you can get in touch through Great Nomad, and I have this lifestyle coaching program you can try as well. But before that, we can try like a free 30-minute consultation to see if this is for you and if you're the right fit. So yeah, and I also have like a promotion which is like 40% off right now for a few days.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, for everybody catching this live, we do a lot of live interviews. We do have a promo. The link is here in our live chat. Everybody who's catching this on the early replay would get access to that. And everybody who is in the Talent Tribe would also be notified of this. We're doing this at a pretty funny time. It's a little early in America. It's kind of late in Bulgaria, and it's very early here in the Philippines. So no worries about that. We'll get that out to everybody. But Anna, thank you so much for joining us here and helping me serve the Talent Tribe. Somebody like you is a unique person who has a very unique perspective on life. And I know a lot of people found a lot of value from just hearing how you live your lifestyle. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank. And thank you, everybody, for listening and staying with us.